Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Hazli Natasha. In this video, I'm gonna show how I do my Lab 4 task for interactive usage of linked libraries based on 3 problems that given in the lab sheet.
Now I will explain for problem 1. Problem 1, I need to calculate the perimeter of two different sides of hexagon and using this formula. For the coding, I need to get two values from keyboard, which is from the user, and save the input values into variable side hex 1 and side hex 2. Next, I need to calculate the total perimeter for each hexagon, and I need to add the total perimeter for the two hexagon. And this is the coding for problem 1. For the first step, I declare all this string into this variable, which is string 1, string 2 until string 6. Next, I declare the given variable into the word, and then for the first line for this coding is move the offset of string 1, which is the address of string 1, into edx, and then this function called write string is to display the string that have in the string 1, which is enter a side value for hexagon 1. And then function for call read deck is to allow the user to input the value in this program, and then the value in read deck will have in EAX register, so we need to move the value in EAX register into variable, which is side hex 1. Okay, same process in this part, which is for this part, it's now for string 2. Next, we need to initialize EAX register to 0 and initialize the loop counter with 6, because the side of the hexagon is 6. Next, we need to add the value of side hex 1 into EAX register. This is for we need to sum up all the parameters for the hexagon, each hexagon. For loop 1, this is actually the looping process for hexagon 1, and this part L2 is looping process for hexagon 2. And then lastly, after we sum up all the parameter for each hexagon, then the total parameter of each hexagon, the value of the total parameter for each hexagon is moved into the EAX register and EBX register. Then we need to sum up this total of two hexagon, and we need to move the values into total parameter. So, and lastly, we need to display the total parameter of two hexagon in call write deck. So let's see what's the value if we run the coding. Okay, let's say we input 7 and 7. So yeah, we can get the value is for each hexagon is 42, for hexagon 1 is 42, for hexagon 2 is 7 times 6 equal to 42, and then the total parameter for these two hexagon is 84. Next, I will explain what is actually happen during this looping process. First, it will move the value of EAX register that hold the value of total of parameter for hexagon 1 into variable parameter hexagon 1, and then it will move the address of string 3, which is string 3 is whole string of parameter for hexagon 1 with side equal into EAX register. So we call function for call write string to display string 3 as an output, and then we need to move the value of side hex 1, which is hold the value of each side for the hexagon into EAX register. And in order to display the value of each side for the hexagon, we need to call the write deck. And then next we move the string for address into EDX register because we want to display string is equal. And in order to display the total value of the parameter for hexagon 1, we need to move this value of the variable parameter hexagon 1 into EAX register. Then we call function called write deck. So we can get the output is displayed as 42 for the total parameter for hexagon 1. And for L2, the process is same as looping for L1. Next, I will explain for problem 2. For problem 2, I need to write a coding to multiply two unsigned numbers, and the program should ask the user to input two values, which is multiplicand and multiplier, and the program should do the multiplication using mul. So this is my coding. I will assign this all of this string using this variable, which is string 1 until string 5, and then I will assign the given variable into the words. Next, I will move the offset of string 1 into EDX register, and then appear the string as an output. And for this call function, for this call write deck function, it's to allow the user to enter the input for the first value, which is for the multiplicand, and then the values for the write deck is saved in the EAX register, and then we need to move into the variable, which is multiplicand. So same goes as this part, which is this part for allow the user to input the values for multiplier. Next, for this part is actually about we want to display what is the value for the multiplicand and the multiplier. Next, and then after we have the value for the multiplicand and the multiplier, we need to move into the register, which is for the multiplicand we need to move into the EAX register, and for the multiplier we move to the EBX register. So we can do the multiplication process, which is mul EBX. In this line, it actually will multiplication the value that have in the EAX register and EBX register. So for the last part, it will display the product of the multiplication. So let's see if we run the coding, what will happen. So first it will appear, please enter a multiplication. So let's say we enter 6, and then and then please enter a multiplier, which is let's say we enter 5, and then so we can see the product is 30. For the last problem is problem 3. I need to write a program that asks the user to input the values of 6 integers in the word and put the values into an array named hello. So for this coding, I need to count the value of hello 0, hello 8, hello 6 array, which is equivalent as first value in the array, third value in the hello array, and the fifth value in the array, and store it in the variable named total event. So the same thing I need to do for total odd, which is I need to count the value for hello 4, hello 12, and hello 20, which is the second value in the hello array, the fourth value, and the sixth value. So this is my coding. So I have declared all this string into a string variable, and I declare hello array with 6 values that all initialize with 0, and declare all the given variable in the words. So for the first line for this coding, I moved the address of hello array into ESI register. We use ESI register because we want to move the address of an array. For the second line, we move the length of hello array into ECX register. So later in ECX register will hold the value 6 because it already initialized the ECX register with the size of hello array as the number of the loop counter. Then we move the address of string 1 into EDX. And then for this L1, it will do looping process. This part is actually, it allows the user to enter the 6 values integer. And next for this part, it will move the value of 3 into ECX register to become the loop counter, and then move the count even values, which is for now count even will hold value 0, so that the ECX register will initialize with 0, and then move the offset hello array into ESI. And then for this L2 looping is actually the program will calculate the total value for total event. The total value for total event, and then it will move the value that have in a in the EAX register, which is hold the total of total event into variable named total event. And for this one, same as like this. And then for L3 looping is actually about the program will calculate the total values for the variable total odd. For this line, it's actually it's move the value in EAX register, which is EAX register whole value in this process, which is the total value for total odd, and then it will move into the variable named total odd. And then for this part is actually we want to display the output for total event total event with function called writeDeck. And for the last part is actually we want to display the value of total odd. Then let's run the program and see how it's work. So let's say I input the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is actually for the total event is actually its count for 1, 3, and 5. As a result, we can get 9, which is 1 plus 3 equal to 4, and 4 plus 5 equal to 9. And for total odd, this program is actually calculate for the second value in the hello array, which is 2, 4, and 6. As a result, we can get 12, which is it calculate 2 plus 4, which is 6, and 6 plus 6 we will get 12. So we can get this calculation.
As for my reflection for this lab 4 task, there are many library procedure that can be used in assembly code. But in this lab 4, I learned how to use the library procedure using the call function such as call readDeck function. This function is to allow the user to input decimal integer into the program. Meanwhile, for the output display, I learned how to use writeDeck function. This function is to allow the program to display the integer output in decimal format. Then, for writeString function, is the program able to display the string that have been declared in the program. Lastly, I also learned on how to write a coding that involve in calculation using assembly language based on the questions given.